Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? It's been about 2 weeks since I've been on my YouTube channel at all. But they've been putting out some really cool stuff regarding Forge, so I thought I'd jump on here, say what's up to everyone. I just posted the link to the stream on Twitter, so they should be getting it right about now. Yep, that went up. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We are so close to Forge. It's like only a couple weeks away. It's kind of nuts. I'm flying out this Friday. I'm gonna go see a bunch of really cool people in Seattle. And yeah, let me just turn off some of this music real quick. Ain't you Infinite Forges? Yep. What's up? What's up, Yak Esco? I was so close to finishing my comment. What's your comment? Okay, cool. Let's just jump straight into it. Forger survived the hurricane. Yeah, dude, that hurricane was nuts. Almost got hit with a Category 5, but thankfully it did not hit us directly. Let's jump into this video, though.
Hey everyone, it's Unyshek here, and welcome to our final Forge Fundamentals video. Today we're going
I met this guy in Orlando, and
joined by Michael Shore.
I met both of them. Super nice guys.
It's going great.
Awesome guys.
We made it to the end.
What's up, Hayden?
We made it to the final video.
Let me know if the audio is okay, or if desktop audio is too loud, or if I'm too loud, or whatnot. Just let me know.
Canvases.
Yep.
And we've got 6 canvases that we're going to launch with when the Forge beta comes out in November.
All right, so I gotta say, when I saw this for the first time, right? Yeah, I'm in Florida. I'm around the Tampa area, you know. So when I first saw this, I thought it looked really cool. It's got the behemoth vibes and whatnot. However, I kind of wish that it was more of like I wish it was more like what Halo 5 was. But it's cool that you got all these hexes and whatnot on the outskirts. I think that's pretty cool. I love the Halo ring. They talk about it in a second. So.
That's correct. Yeah, we're looking at Arid right now, a desert theme. Huge props to the Forge art team for making these canvases. They're really gorgeous. Oh.
This is pretty cool. You know what I love about this is that they took so much inspiration from Unreal Engine. Before it used to just be some objective stuff. Now they have like actual walls and whatnot, and just all the essentials that you need. And plus, I think the base of this is much larger than it was in Halo 5. Anyways, the starting base.
On the Halo, that's beautiful.
This is
Halo in the background in the Vista.
Yeah, it's hard
a
not
good
to
time.
like it. You'll see a lot
It's
of
looking cool.
the default canvas elements and objects that we have.
I kind of wish,
Basically, these are the things that
it's such
you
a
use
nitpicky
to,
thing, but I wish that the spawn points actually were like, I guess it doesn't make sense to be like red or blue or whatnot, but just the base of them being white. I wish they were like see-through or holographic, kind of like they were in Halo 5. They just look cooler.
As a bare minimum to run the core game modes.
But look at that ring, dude. Looks fantastic.
And whatnot, and you
Yep,
can delete all
I'm a
that stuff
Floridian.
and start from scratch. They're there to help you kind of get a leg up. And get
I'm
started.
interested in what you guys are actually
Jump
going to
in
build
at any moment,
in
play
Forge.
a game.
If you guys want to drop that in the
Exactly.
comment
This one's a
comment section, I'm really curious.
an outer space map.
Now this is sick because I plan on doing some pretty creepy maps, and don't ask me how I know, but the thing is, these planets and whatnot, as you move the sun, you know, it might be obvious to many of you, but the sun actually, or the planets react to where the sun's position is, so you could create some really cool stuff. You could get like a ring effect like that, or you could have a crescent shape and whatnot. It's cool.
There is no terrain as it's outer space, but it's got some gorgeous planets in the skybox.
Nice. And those background kind of diamonds that we see in the distance.
And it's just going to be cool to build like either a Dead Space vibe type of map, or Infection. I think is going to go crazy on this map just because of how good the lighting is this time around in Forge. So I'm excited to see what happens with that.
I know we touched on it in the previous video, but those are the boundaries.
Yeah,
for the
there's a diamond in each corner of the canvas showing you where the limits of where you can build.
Okay. Gotcha. And the size of the canvases in Halo Infinite.
He says, I'm not going to tell my build plans. It's all good. I'm not searching for anything. You're fine. I find it interesting, though. They're using the Halo 5 pistol. That's interesting. Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
They're
Yeah, these are like the Halo 5 pistols. That's interesting.
about double what
Oh,
they
wow.
were
Okay.
in Halo 5. They're 400
That's
by
massive.
400 by 150 tall.
Saying
So
Helios
plenty of room for, like, an
Deathmatch.
arena map or a BTB map. This is
Or-
Institute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
This
interesting.
is a UNSC.
What's up, Arpod? Man, if you want to ask me about who I'm excited to see in Forge, it's definitely Arpod. This guy is a talented sir, that is for sure. And you know what's interesting? Cool thing to point out, Commander Coulson was one of the people that actually built the map. I think it was called, God, what is it called? What are the two new maps that are coming? One has like a skybox of like a mountain range and satellites. I forget what it's called. But that must have just been built right here, facing out that way. Yeah, or he just took satellites and built it somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure he used this, which is really neat.
Academy theme kind of reminds me of the Northwest a little bit with
I think they are using some assets from Halo 5, yeah.
evergreens.
Kind of looks like it's on the live fire.
Look at the grass and whatnot. The background and all that with the snowy mountains. I was kind of hoping we get more snow assets, but for some reason we don't. I hope that changes relatively soon, like in one of the future updates really soon, like right after Forge releases, whatever that next update is. I hope we get some like variations of pine trees that have snow on it, or just snowy bushes or whatnot, so that you could build a map with this in the background and it would make sense.
Yeah,
Plan
yeah,
kinda
the
looks
same
like that,
same
yeah.
theme. The live fire theme is very much the same thing. This
one's
is Myers. Yeah, it's a
This
rocky
might be my
wetlands
favorite one.
environment. It's pretty cool.
I mean,
Sun.
this looks gorgeous. I love how when you turn the sun and whatnot, you could actually see more of the stars and the universe and just space. It just looks awesome. The way you can manipulate the sun now, I don't know if people actually understand how huge that is for Forge. That's something that I've been wanting forever, and I'm very, very happy to see that. I just hope at one point we could script this thing. I don't know if we can or if it's ever going to become a thing, but to actually script the sun to go in a full 360, right? So that we could do like a day and night cycle.
And reflection off the water.
Yeah, it's really
But I don't
pretty.
think that's possible yet.
A lot better.
By the way, guys, I have to say, if you're watching this right now, you enjoy the content, you love Forge, go to the description in this video. Join my Discord. It's free for everyone. Go in there, hang out,
Or
say
that I
what's
would
up.
expect for a movie, you know?
If you want to get your maps featured, and if you want to play test a bunch of maps and whatnot, we're probably going to do it as often as I can, weekdays, most definitely every weekend. So go check that out.
It looks beautiful. Yeah. And this is all by the Forge art team.
Correct.
Nice. Correct.
This is the prettiest
Props to them for knocking it out of the
canvas.
park. This is called
Like, check this out. Look.
Looks beautiful.
So we don't have water just yet. I'm kind of one of the big things that I'm looking forward to in Forge is the ability to just spawn in a water plane. I don't know if that's necessarily difficult for people to do or not on that team, but it's the thing I use most in one of the things I use most in Unreal Engine. Both, just in general, I use it a lot. So seeing this and seeing the reflections off the water, man, you could build a beautiful map just utilizing certain sections of this, and yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see Duquesne build a racetrack in here.
And this is all by the Forge art team.
correct.
Nice.
Correct. Again, props to them for knocking
This
it
is
out
my
of the park.
favorite. I don't know about
This is
you
called,
guys, but
Seafloor.
oh, and this one's
So you can probably
interesting.
Guess where the setting is supposed to be.
The floor of the sea.
That's right.
This makes sense to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
So we had Fathom.
I
in
like this
Halo
one
5,
too.
so that's
Only thing is,
pretty
I
good.
feel like Halo 5 had a much more, what you would call it. There was a greater ambience to it. It felt a little bit more immersive in Halo 5 than it does in Halo Infinite.
Great Fathom
Not a
also.
knock to the art team, but it's just like
Tons of options
something
for
I
forgers, no
I
matter where they
noticed.
wanna build their world.
Yep.
you know.
This is called Void, and this
Now this, okay, I have to say, sorry to keep pausing all the time, but I assume many of you guys have watched this already, and it's more from our commentary and thoughts on this. I know a couple guys on the Forge team. I'm not going to say who it is, but I definitely at one point in time, like months and months and months ago, I think it was even earlier last year, I imagine this was in the works, but I don't believe it was at the time. I basically talked to one of them and I was like, hey, listen, in Unreal Engine, you have a blank slate, something that has absolutely no lighting, nothing. You could just start with a pitch black space and do everything from scratch. Can we please have that? And they were like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. We're trying, we're talking about it. And I was like, all right, cool. But just please make it happen. I had no idea whether or not it was going to be a thing, but I'm glad some type of conversations happened and we have this, because this is such a huge deal. To be able to have nothing in the background, you could literally probably take this entire map to a pitch black canvas and just start from scratch. It's really, really cool. So I don't know, big deal for me. I don't know about for you guys, but I love the idea of just having a void.
this is by community request. This is as blank of a camp.
If everyone was asking about the void canvas, I mean, yes, that's true too. I just remember I was reaching out at one point. I was like, please. And I'm just happy that however many voices were screaming at them, that it actually happened. Really, really happy about that.
Canvas as we could get. So there's basically skybox. There's no geometry. There's no terrain, and it's just the default objects, you and the skybox.
No geo above you or below you.
No.
Just open.
So if you wanted to, you could delete all this, and you'd be starting with the bare minimum.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And with being able to adjust the skybox, you can really make this map look however you want.
Yeah, you can change the time of day. So you could make this high noon. You could make this nighttime or anywhere in between, and the skybox would change to show that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now we wanted to take a look at a map.
Michael's a really good dude, by the way.
Correct.
Like I
Yeah.
both
So,
Unyshek and
go to
Michael,
my
but
files. I'm gonna go to
yeah,
test
great
map,
dudes.
because I'm really
Had great
creative.
conversations
I-
with them.
I name things. Before I co-forge with you, I need to add you as a collaborator. How you do that is you go into the details
This is
of your
huge.
map, and you go down
All the
to
stuff that they
bottom
get
of this,
into
which
about
is
copyright or
collaborators. And collaborators are basically
hold on,
people who
let's
are gonna
see.
to the bottom of this. And
Like if you see all this version history is huge. That's like GitHub and Perforce that you use in actual game dev that studios actually use. The fact that you have copy protection is massive as well, because I know certain people they become very prideful, and they have every right to be, because they spend so much time building these maps, right? To not have them stolen like they would be in Halo 5. So very happy about those two.
it's
And collaborators is massive as well. That's going to make co-forging so easy.
manage collaborators, and collaborators are basically people who are going to have access to this file, this asset.
All right, what I will say is that right here, I hope that just for the hell of it, just make it happen. If any of you guys from the Forge team are actually watching this right now, which I assume maybe one or two of you are, if you could set the admin, right, to actually just be called the Forge Lord, that would be awesome. That would be hilarious. And I think people would actually really appreciate that. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'd love to see it.
And they're going to be able to edit it and work with you to
See ya, Omar.
something great. So in this case, I'm going to add a collaborator. You're already in my fire team. I know that's you. I'm going to confirm that. So now you are
nice.
listed in the
As an
collaborators.
editor.
You might notice that my role is admin, which means I have all the power. I can make copies.
I mean, you are the Forge Lord.
I'm
so
the Forge Lord. So
Oh, they
I-
talk
I
about it
make
here, yeah.
Changes from admin to Lord. Like, well, we'll see if we can fix that string.
Dude, please do
and,
that. That
I
would be
have published
hilarious.
We'll talk about it a little bit later. I can add people to collaborator. I can remove people from collaborators. I can also manage the versions, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and I can delete the asset. You,
I think
as
all
an
of us are
editor,
very
you have a
stoked.
subset of those functions to do, right?
You
I love how they broke down the roles to doing very specific things. It's like Discord. I was just messing around with Discord earlier. You know, you have admins, you have mods, you have all this stuff, and you could set what people are able to do. and that just makes that takes Forge from just being a tool where people kind of jumped in and built whatever to something that can be taken very seriously for maps that, you know, the sole purpose or the goal is to get them into matchmaking, right? People can actually have teams and collaborators that are working very efficiently and very organized to hit their goals. So I don't know. I love this. No messing around, right? Everyone's got a specific role and you go from there. It's great.
Won't let me have full control?
You know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to change you to co-owner, which is the
Okay.
other level.
I
And
can work with
basically,
that.
you can do everything except set yourself as admin.
And speaking of
delete
Discord,
things.
make sure you guys go
Is that
down
okay?
to
I
the
have
description
control.
I think that's
and
Yeah, it is safe for me.
join the Discord. We're gonna have a bunch of
So-
game nights.
so yeah,
We're gonna
lots of power
test some of
here
the best
to,
maps.
Work with others and as a team if you want to. You know, could be that you're really good at lighting and I'm really good at layouts or vice versa. You know, and so you find those people and work with them. I think now what we want to do.
I got
is
some really
actually
cool people I'm working
we're
with.
gonna
I
go
can't
Forge.
wait, dude.
Okay.
So it looks like we're good to go. I'm just gonna hit play and you should join in.
Cool.
Yeah. So you can see I've really gone all out.
The
on this
Giga
map,
Grunt.
And I've added baby Giga Grunt.
Oh, the
I'm,
baby
joined
Giga
in.
Grunt.
There you
Yeah,
are.
see me.
Yeah, you're buzzing around.
Yep.
I dig it.
Looking good.
So one of the things
That Halo ring
so
looks
Forge
fantastic.
Now has a couple of different modes when you're collaborating with others in a session. There's edit mode, which is what we're in right now, which is where the majority of your work is done, right? There's also test mode, which is a really quick, right where my monitor is, I want to test out like how this clamber works or how this jump works. It's really just about testing your geometry really quickly. And then we have play mode, which that builds it builds scripts, it turns on physics, and that's and players will spawn at proper spawn points.
Gotcha. And we showed that off a little bit in the second video.
That's awesome too.
did. We
That's
didn't
a
really
really
dive
big
deep
deal
into
that we didn't have in
go a
Halo
little further
5.
into this.
It's
And
a great
the
feature.
main things that you need to know
What's
is
up, Road
that
Dog? How you doing?
when you're co-forging, any player can switch between edit and test mode.
You know, Cam, I actually found that funny too. He's like, "This is a map I built in Forge," and I was like, "Oh, okay," because he told me. Well, sorry, he said on Twitter that I believe a while back that he has his own map that he's building and whatnot. So I thought he was going to showcase that. So when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, okay." They just scaled up a massive grunt just for the example. I was kind of bummed by that. I was hoping that we'd actually see what he was legitimately working on, but oh well.
And not affect any other players. So if you want to go into test mode and I don't, or vice versa, it won't affect me. So like right now, I'm going to go into test mode. I'm cruising around. You can still be editing.
And I
you
can
be
like grab
doing
an object and push it with it.
You could try.
We all have that
That's
one
not
friend.
really run it. Oh, no.
No, that's
Um,
funny.
But then we also have this concept of play mode, and
Mhm.
because it's running scripts and because it's running physics, that actually, when one person in the party in the fire team goes into play mode, everyone goes into play mode.
Okay.
So I'm going into play mode. I spawn at a real spawn.
Oh, so
point,
you really got to
and
agree
there
on
you
that.
are, right?
Mhm.
Be like,
And
"All right, let's
physics
play
works
this."
In here, you can get in vehicles and test things. You can grab the gravity hammer and push things around. Yeah.
Dude, that he went flying.
Push things around. That was a little more than
Yeah.
a push.
Okay. Yeah. You can slam things around.
Yeah, I
Now,
built
I
this.
just brought us
Yeah.
back into edit mode here.
Yep.
And another cool feature that we have
You know,
is
I'm kind of worried about that though. I feel like is it only the admin that can go into play mode? Did I miss that? Because I feel like if anyone's just hitting play mode all the time and it just takes you out of forging immediately, that could be an issue. I just feel like that could be disruptive. But maybe I missed something.
if I wanted to start moving your grunt, you can't.
Yeah.
Right?
I cannot select this object.
Yeah.
It's got this big orange
That's awesome.
outline and fill
Mhm.
that's saying, "Hey, buddy, someone else has this."
Yeah.
So you
see
can
it.
kind of
Grab
get
It's
it.
very
like
clear
that,
now.
And you can. if you-
Yeah,
yeah,
and
you
now
can
I've
grab
got it, and
And
now
I
you
can't
can't
do
do
it.
anything,
Yeah.
and then I can move it around if I want. I can scale it, and you'll see that in real time.
Very nice. Yeah. You invited me onto your map now.
Dude,
I'm
we
gonna
should
check
just
it out
have-
and see if I can
We should just have like big boss fights with grunts. That'd be awesome.
make a really cool addition.
Only the admin?
Something that
Okay,
might
cool.
spice the
Well,
map
that's
up
good.
A little bit.
Let's do it.
And you trusted me. I'm gonna see if it works. It looks like it is working. I'm gonna make a bigger, badder grunt here for you. and I call him Giga Grunt Unleashed.
Yeah, he definitely looks angry.
He is ready to blow some stuff up with his plasma grenades.
Giga Grunt
Great
Unleashed.
armor.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm glad I could make a fantastic addition to your map.
All right, well, I'm gonna save this.
we should
because I do
just
like it.
we should just have a map that's full of grunts and that's it. That'd be interesting.
And yeah, I think it's time to talk about some of the other features.
Okay.
Yeah, that boss
that
fight was
we
sick.
Saved a couple times, and you know, this map's ready for prime time. We just put this in a playlist right now, right?
Yeah, you can load in. After you've saved this, now we want to take a look at the version history.
Correct. Yeah, so version
This
history
is such a big
every
deal.
time you save
I mean, it's
a map.
okay for like a game dev or whatnot. They're gonna be like, "What's crazy? We been dealing with this for forever. I deal with it on a daily basis, but it's huge for Forge, right? It's just all these different versions, which you're gonna see in a second, of just of your save history. It's just crazy. I don't know if is it automatic or do you have to manually do it? Let's see.
It creates a version, and you can find that version history in the asset details screen.
I think it's automatic.
And so you can see that earlier I created the map. At some point I added Giga Grunt, and by the way, I added those notes. They weren't auto-populated or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So it's just like Perforce or GitHub.
I changed the map name at some point, but then we were just in a session and we made a save. What version history lets you do is keep track of your progress through a map. You might add mountains, or you.
It would be silly to have it automatic because that's just chaos. So yeah, that's good.
Might add a Giga Grunt and go, you know what? I really didn't like that, and maybe I should go back from Giga Grunt Unleashed to just plain old Giga Grunt.
Yeah. So if I come in, drop in my Giga Grunt Unleashed, save it, you'd see it that I saved it in the save by column.
Yep.
But then you
Isn't
go
that for
back
tomorrow?
and
The winter
also
update.
go to an older version
That's not now.
and
It's
load that
tomorrow.
if you
Yep.
wanted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Versions are immutable, which is
A
great.
Giga
So, like,
Chad.
if you create a version and I decide I don't want your version and I want to go back
Come
to Giga
on.
Grunt, just hypothetical. I can go and open version 3, and if I open version 3 right now, it would basically create version 10. And 4, 8, and 9, I'm not sure. I think I deleted versions 5, 6, 7, and 8 earlier.
Okay.
So lots of flexibility here to retain
That's
work,
awesome. There's so much organization.
and understand
in
what other
Forge
people have
now.
done.
It's great.
If
I love
wanna
it.
Add notes to this, I can select the version and go over here.
Is the video
and
loud
add
enough for you
notes.
guys, by the
Now I
way?
can go
Let me
add
know.
Giga Grunt Unleashed, and so
Yeah.
I can talk to my collaborators and go, "Hey, this is what I did on this version." And
This is what I've been working on.
yeah, this is very similar.
This is going to be great when you're working with a level designer or with a level artist or whoever, lighting guy, scripting guy. You guys can all communicate, and I don't even think you guys necessarily need to communicate. You could just look at what's been added, what's been changed, and when you'll have a good idea of what has been changed. But it's much better than just going into a map, adding a bunch of stuff, not knowing exactly what changed, and kind of being in the dark on that. This is really, really cool, and it's going to be super helpful, especially for co-forging. Like for me, I love forging with other people, so yeah.
To how devs work when they check in work. Obviously there's notes, and so everyone can go, "Oh, I added spawns here." Or
So you asked Beard Raptor said, "What do you plan to build when Forge officially comes out?" One of the first things I plan to do is build a Doom level, something that's based in like a underworld type environment. It's going to be really, really crazy. You're going to have bases that potentially may be inside of like dead monster carcasses and crazy stuff like that, and these huge arenas full of lava, and it's going to be really crazy. It's going to be fun. That's what I want to do first, but who knows? I mean, that's something I'm going to do at some point this year, right? So within the next couple months. I don't know if that's going to be initially the first thing that I do. I have a few other things that I'm doing that I can't talk about, but I definitely want to do that sooner than later. Put it that way. Let's just put it that way.
Or change the geo here or something. So pretty powerful. There's the potential for hundreds or even thousands of versions on a map, depending on how often you save it.
Yeah, always be saving.
Always
Yeah.
be saving, right?
I'm probably going to use either the space canvas or the blank canvas for that.
And so, like, let's say we're 3 weeks down the line, and I want to use GigaGrunt as for whatever, as a basis of a new map or something. You know, the server will delete things that are not locked.
I'd love to do something with Red
every 30
Knobster. I think
days.
that'd be kind of fun. That
So,
would not just be kind of fun. That'd be
previously
really
locked
fun.
it, so I can unlock it. But if I didn't want this to be deleted, I would just go over here. I'd lock it again, and then after 30 days, on November 4th, right before Forge launches,
Mhm.
it would not get deleted.
Nice. So this saves people from making their own map and writing the title as Map V3
Correct.
themselves, then Map V4 after every single save.
Correct.
Wow.
You know,
Super helpful.
yeah. If you
Yeah, dude,
clone
that used to be a
maps,
pain having to do that.
you will lose the versions on that clone. We don't.
Okay.
If you have 100 versions of Map A and you clone it and you call it Map B will not have.
Desert
all of
Canvas
those.
has
It'll
the
be
coolest
like you're starting
background,
from
I feel like,
scratch.
with
That makes sense.
the Halo Ring. There's so much you could do with that.
And then if we wanted to publish,
There's so much I will do with that.
how would we go about doing it?
Yeah. So
And start sharing it
publishing.
with people.
Publishing is a new concept for Halo Infinite. It's a little different. Right now, if I wanted to share a map with you, I could add you as a collaborator, or I could publish it.
Okay.
And this is where this screen, the version history, again, from the asset details page, you select the version of the asset that you want to publish, right? No offense, but I'm going to go back to Grunt, and I'm going to publish that. And then once I've done that,
Breaking my heart.
that is that version will be the published version of the map, and
Okay.
that will be the thing that shows up in any queries. So if you go to the
I love that
content
the
browser,
server can
we'll talk
delete
about
a
it
map
bit,
if it
and you
isn't
search, you'll be able to
locked,
find your map
saving the
very
file
well.
browser from being
So you can
overloaded
find
with
it
a copy of the
in
same map
content
over and
browser,
over again.
or if I
Yeah,
go
no,
to
it's
your
awesome.
file, search
That's
your files,
really
it's right there,
after
right
30
next to
days,
it
right?
To be bookmarked.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, guys, can we get to let's get to 50 or 100 likes? Let's do it.
Yeah. So lots of interesting ways to collaborate with others, manage your files, and control.
So Hayden Wild said, "Snow Canvas is not official. Someone made it, and Sean W doesn't know the difference between legit and player made." So, all right, I mean, funny comment, but let's not hate on the guy. But yeah, no, just take, man. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. Just take official news or take news from the official source. Right? Have fun with speculation or whatever, but take your actual news from the source, man. Not like just a bunch of YouTubers or whatever. I don't know.
What's public or not.
I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get a snow map and that we're gonna get an ocean map, kind of like Tidal from Halo 5. But I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay. After I've bookmarked it, I can only play it, and I can't forge it. Or sorry, there's a setting.
I just
There
find
is
it
a setting.
comical, the
So
whole
depending
I
on-
set you up for that.
situations
I
like
appreciate
that.
Depending on what you as the author want to do with your map.
This is
you can
awesome. I love the
turn
copy
toggle
protection.
Copy protection on or off. And basically what this does is it either allows or disallows people cloning your map.
Mm.
That's a big
This
deal.
is another request from the community to prevent people from stealing their work. Or,
Shout out to the
leveraging their
community.
work,
They have done a
to,
fantastic job.
say that you did it when
Yes.
you didn't, right? There's pros and cons to both, so it's up to the players to kind of figure out what they want to do. But this, when you turn copy protection on, it will prevent others from copying your map and playing it in Forge. They'll just be able to play it in custom games.
Cool. So locks it down to that environment.
Yep.
So they can't potentially try and steal it and claim it as their own.
Which kind of leads into credits. Right?
I was kind of
We
hoping
have
for a whole
now
blacked out
the
canvas
idea
too,
of
but I mean,
accreditation.
I'll take what I can get. It's essentially,
If you are
if you really think about it, it's pretty much just like the space canvas. It's just It just doesn't have the planets. I kind of wish that what they would have done is like with Halo 5, how you could switch out the different skyboxes and whatnot. I wish that space would just be like you could kill two birds with one stone with the space map, just being able to toggle off the planets or toggle on the planet, stuff like that. So I don't know, but that's just my thoughts.
Collaborate on a map, and you save the map at any point, or you're part of that session, you will be listed in the credits, and
that's
is
cool.
permanent. If this week, if I said, "Hey, you're my collaborator," and we work together, and then next week I removed you from the as a
containment from Halo 2,
still be listed in the credits.
That'd be cool.
This is permanent.
Okay.
And also, if I have copy protection turned off, and someone else clones the map, we are also still listed in the credits of that cloned map.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
So if someone
That's
does
awesome.
try and copy your map, you're always still there in the credits.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
Very
want
nice.
to allow people to clone your map, which you should, you'll still be listed as the owner or the original author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, because then if you really want to copy protect it, you can, but the reality is that even if you let people alter it and change it and take it and whatnot, you'll still be the the main author. And if anyone tries to claim it, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, just look at who the original author is.
And for people to discover it, we did talk about published maps. They can go into the community tab here and take a look. We've got recommended. We've got popular.
Oh yeah, concept art
We'll
is
sort by
huge.
the most popular of each
Always.
map
It's
mode
always
or
helpful.
Prefab, and then we also have the browser.
Dude, this is awesome. I'm so glad that they have this, or that this is. Let's hope this actually goes through. I'm fairly sure if they're showing it, yes, it will. Community file share. This is awesome. So you have the recommended, you have the popular maps. I think this is on a weekly basis. Whatever's being, it's like a rotation of whatever the top maps are. I'll find out in a second if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's correct. Popular prefabs is awesome. The fact that you're going to see who the original author is on prefabs is huge, because that's very easy to just take and not credit. I have actually done that in the past. I know a lot of people have done it in the past. I feel bad for it, but at the same time, I didn't mean it maliciously, but I'm glad that we'll no longer have that issue. And then popular modes as well, which people like Hitbox Unknown with his pancake game mode, and just like people creating cool infection type stuff. I'm super excited. Having this at launch is just that makes Forge worth it for me, and I think for a lot of people.
All, which is very similar to Halo 5's, right? Content browser.
Yeah, you search for files. You can do search by tags and or keywords, things like that. So if you're looking for an Eiffel Tower, you can type in Eiffel Tower, and prefabs or maps that match that will show up. Recommended is, this is a query that we internally populate with.
Will the Doom map be playable or aesthetic? The Doom map that I'm going to make is going to be fully playable. You'll be able to fly up the center of like a dead carcass of a monster, fly through its mouth, fly into like a, lava pit, hellish environment. You're going to have backgrounds of like huge elites fighting and stuff like that with swords. And spears. It's going to be friggin' wild. I know it sounds a little over the top right now, but I'm working with someone to get the layout done, and then we're going to art it, and it's going to be a badass map, dude, and the trailer is going to be sick, so I can't wait.
Content that we've found and vetted.
Okay. Similar to Halo 5 also had that. Yep.
Exactly. And then popular map.
I just realized that the way that I described that Doom map was so scatterbrained, but no, it's just going to be really cool. The premise is just to be in a hellish environment, a lava environment, with the story being that two monsters are fighting each other, and you fight in between that, right? It's going to be really cool.
That's most played in the last 7 days. Prefabs is
so that's most played in the past 7 days. So it is
most played in the last 7 days.
So it's a week.
hopefully,
Okay, well that's awesome.
This page is going to be really dynamic with a lot of cool community content once we launch in
Stuff
November.
that's always fresh and popular.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
trending.
Dude, that's going to be huge. I personally won't be playing matchmaking much at all. I'll just be playing this stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then if players wanted to jump in on these creations in Season 3, we're going to have the custom game browser launching in Season 3 next year as well, correct?
Yeah, so right now, when Forge launches, if you wanted to play these things, you could create your own custom games. But in Season 3, we'll have the custom games browser, which...
Listen, people give them shit about it being, next year or whatever, but the reality is I'm just glad that it's even being thought of and that it's coming at that time and it's not like another year, right? Although it's subject to change, I think that they see the value in it, and I would hope that they really do deliver on that date. And I think over the course of those 6 months or whatever it is, we're going to be so preoccupied with just building maps and whatnot anyway that you want to take that time to build and refine the maps that you have so that when the browser does come out, you can actually put out something that's very polished and well thought out. I think it'll be good timing, if anything. Ideally, want to have it now, but I think having it at a later date like that, there's going to be so many maps and so much content readily available that on day one, that custom games browser is just going to pop off.
Will allow you to more easily find those kind of custom games.
Nice, and just jump right into a session in progress. Nice. And that's going to be...
Let's see if we get to 60 likes, guys.
Very similar
60 or 70 likes. Or 100.
So
Let's see if we just get to 100.
What we wanted to cover today with canvases and asset management.
So I'll show you guys in a second. Do any of you guys want to see some of my past Halo 5 maps? I can show you real quick if any of you guys are new.
Before we go, though, we finished 4...
It's because the thing is, as we look through these, you see what Forge has become, right? And you could see what type of maps are being made now.
You're literally dripping with vibe here.
I mean, look how beautiful this is. It's from Sicko Mechanico, I think is his name. He's done such a good job with this, and I'll show you some of the maps that I did in Halo 5 in a second. But the reality is that you just cannot compare Halo 5 to Halo Infinite. They've done such a good job with being able to take this Forge to the next level aesthetically. It's just sick. And as a level artist, that's my whole thing. I want to see just how pretty and immersive. Oh, should I show Testament? Hold on one second. What do I type in, like Halo 5 Testament? Will that show up? I don't see Halo 5 Testament in here, man, honestly. But I'll show you again in a second some of my maps. Yeah, the amount of detail that you have in here and the fact that he's only at 65%. Dude, this guy maxes it out. It's going to be incredible. There's so many atmospheric things that he could do. I don't know if there's much more that he necessarily needs to do, but I'd love to see a bit more neon throughout the map. That's just one thing that kind of stood out to me. I'd love to see more neon. You have all of this right here, but there's certain parts of the map that are just really dark. And I'm hoping it doesn't stay that dark. I'm hoping you have more red lights, green lights, pink lights, like make it interesting and crazy, right? That's the type of stuff that I love to see. I will show you guys real quick though. This was a while back. This is the initial Doom map that I made like a long time ago. This is 2 years ago. Okay. No, how long is this? Yeah, September 25th, 2020. So this was built in Halo 5, right? You look at what Forge looks like now with the update, right? I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks really fantastic. But then if you look at what we were able to do, or what I was able to do in Halo 5, and shout out to Orkadork for creating these crazy elite structures. Just let me know your thoughts on this if you guys haven't seen this yet. But you can expect something like this in Halo Infinite. I'll do something like this, but way better. I love this one. It's such a chaotic Fiesta map. It was so crazy. But yeah, you look at the aesthetics now that are possible in Forge, and it's just, it gets me so excited for some of the crazy things you'll be able to do. And the fact that we have 7,000 objects now is just nuts. I don't know what you guys thought about that that Doom level, but that's going to be outdone very quickly. You DM me the link to Testament. Where did you put it, on Twitter? Hold on, can you DM me on Twitter, Hayden? Hold on one second. Where'd you do it? Did you do it on Discord? Let's see. Let's see.
You're going back to school.
No. No, I don't want to. I'm not in school. I don't want to do essays. Okay, so this is something that me and like 8 different forgers back in the day actually what we built. This is funny to me, but this was the biggest BTB map that we could have ever made with Halo 5, and it was called Testament. I could show off the Halo 5 Battle Royale as well. Grammarly for the win, yeah. But you look at this, man. Look at Halo 5, and then you look at Infinite. It's just night and day. It's absolutely insane. We weren't able to actually get this entire structure to look that great, but Hitbox Unknown, and I think was there another scripter on that? I think this was solely Hitbox. He scripted these gondolas to go back and forth, and you would fight on these, and it'd be pretty crazy. You see how they go back and forth. That was the coolest part of the entire map, honestly. I don't know, Hayden. Do you think we should recreate this? People might have fun with it. But let's see. So yeah, you could drive around, shoot people. There's a mantis in the middle, which was pretty cool. You got wasps. I really miss the mantis, dude. That was cool. And then, yeah, it was like 8 people that forged that map. It's kind of insane. I'll show you the Halo Infinite Battle Royale that I did. Halo Infinite theme Battle Royale. I'll show you this right here. Now, we have maps that are canvases that are twice as large as Halo 5's. This map that I built it within like a week, dude. I don't know. It was really, really quick how fast I built it. But we kept on iterating on the scripts and whatnot over time. But the thing is, this took up 75% or around 80% of title. It was a huge map. However, it's still not big enough. So I think that having double the size in Infinite is just going to be incredibly cool, and it gives a lot of opportunity for a battle royale. This looks so bad though, but it was so much fun, man. It really was. It was a blast. So yeah, we had that, and then we had a flood royale. That's what I did. I basically took the map and just changed the aesthetic, because what we were thinking about doing is for whatever reason, at Halo 5's Forge, we wanted to basically, throughout the seasons of the year, we wanted to change the map to fit those seasons. So I turned it into a flood aesthetic, and this was really crazy, actually, to play on this, because the flood, it was just very creepy.
Find no salvation on this ring. Those who built this place knew what they want. Do not mistake their
So you're like, everything's destroyed.
will perish,
And this is how it looked like to drop into the map. It was kind of crazy. I love that one. And then I don't know if you guys remember Hydro. Do you remember Hydro? This is when I actually made it's my old intro. I'm not doing intros anymore, but I did like this one. This is when we first got the 2 screenshots of Recharge, and I thought about just doing something crazy and trying to remake that map off of 2 screenshots in Halo 5. And this is kind of what we came up with. We had a bit more information as they teased a little bit more throughout the year on what this map looked like, but this is what my first iteration was of it. There's like an outside balcony area. It was really cool. And I mean, looking at it now, it's very different than Recharge, but there are certain elements of it, like, you know, there was a dam. Some of the layout feels relatively the same. But like I said, over time, we've made it more and more exact. Like even if you look at this right here, we had no idea what was back here. We just kind of had to run with whatever, right? But we tried. We tried. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? That was the time a lot of people discovered my channel. That was a very, very fun time. Let's see. That's not it either. There's so many. I thought this map was actually very pretty, and I never finished it. This was built on the desert canvas in Halo 5's Forge. I called this map the Harbinger because I thought that's what this big thing was, but yeah, you know, map made out of hexes. It's just crazy the jump, sorry, in aesthetics in terms of Forge, just crazy. I'd love to see someone do something like this. Yeah, that was that was awesome. There's just so many things, man. This was an old live stream that I did. Oh shit, I don't want to. Oh man, my audio is horrible. Holy crap. But yeah, you know, just messing around. I think I built, yeah, you could see me build like a full-on desert terrain here. Where was it? Did I do it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I built all that in a stream. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been forging for so long. Do you guys remember the Zeta Halo experience as well? I'm just going to show you real quick. This is how it started. This was the very first stream ever of the Zeta Halo experience, I think. Right? Yeah, I believe so. And then the Zeta Halo experience ended up looking like... I gotta find it. Ended up looking like this. Yep, just 4 sandwiches. Give me a second. Ended up looking like this, which honestly, now that I look at this, I'm like, oh my god, this looks horrible. But let's see, where's... I don't know, you could look up Zeta Halo experience and see Hidden Experience and then play it, but... Oh, here it is, right here. So that's what it ended up looking like at the very end. And dude, honestly, with 7,000 objects, you'd be able to build probably something like this. Not as large, but definitely something like this. And if we have Phantoms in Forge, which would be sick, I hope we do, you'd be able to do something like that as well. But anyways, yeah, I'm hyped, man. I'm very, very excited for Forge. You guys have seen the stuff that I've done in Halo Infinite's Forge already. Like, look, dude, you saw the Doom map, right? Look at this. This is on Breaker, but just in terms of the lighting and all that, this is gonna be crazy to fight on. And you can see the two elites up here. I don't know if you can see that or not. This video got 200. What did it get? I think it got like 252,000 views on Twitter, which is just freaking nuts. But yeah, so that was the Doom map that I made there. And I'd love to be able to make a flood level as well, something really cool for infection. Like, imagine someone running at you through that fog. That would be nuts. This is all an elite build, right? So I think this is my favorite of all the ones that I've done so far, the Stranger Things one. And what are we at? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Annoying Lizard says 3 weeks away. Yeah, man, I can't wait, dude. It's just gonna be so much fun to see what people make. Oh yeah, the Forge videos just gone nuts. Absolutely nuts. I mean, this is crazy. It doesn't even look like Recharge anymore. What else we got? Now, this one I really, really enjoyed making. This was very fun. This was super cool to make. This was awesome. This looked like campaign, and I'm happy that people thought so as well. Making the water look the way it does is a combination of just some steam effects, some energy effects, some splash effects, and that's about it. There's been rumors about Flood AI coming to Season 4. That would be nuts. But yeah, and then I did this one. I would love to actually make a... this is going to be so epic when we have forward cameras. Yeah, it's going to be sick. I made a Avatar level. And you guys have seen this already, but I'd love to be able to make an arena map that kind of has this whole vibe going on. That would be such a beautiful map, dude. Absolutely gorgeous map. And I'm definitely going to focus on doing something like that because I feel like that's just going to be so unique. So, yeah, looking forward to that. But in terms of what they've been showing, man,
How it's been rotated from its default.
I'm stoked.
So at a glance, you can just
I mean, even look at this. I actually wanted to show you guys this.
Kind of went
These little beautiful corners that people are doing, I don't know how long this took, but man, this is just looking awesome. I love how when the sun sets, you get this glimpse of space. It's just so nicely done.
in your love for Forge, and you kind of combined it all to make this.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool thing we brought.
I mean, look at that, dude.
then.
Holy
So,
crap.
like you just
Looks
said,
amazing.
The sun reacts, or the sky reacts like where the sun's going to be. So if it's really low in the ground, or like to the horizon, you're going to see like this nice gradient going from like
That's so awesome, dude.
orange all the way to
I don't know. I'm a sucker for anything lighting.
I think it's
I
really cool.
love it.
But we also have more control of that as well.
Compared to Halo 5, correct?
Not getting there to pitch black. So just a right
And let's see.
You can also see the shadow
Dude, this is... the fact that we have
casting from this truck right now too.
good lighting now in Forge is just
Yeah.
amazing.
And then we also
That means you're basically going to be able to walk through like a very creepy hallway, right? And then when a light's flashing, you're only going to be able to see. I don't know. It's just going to be crazy. I plan on building levels that are just pitch black in areas where you're going to have to rely on. I'm actually curious if whether or not if you're in a completely dark space that if you shoot your weapon, the area around you will actually light up from the muzzle flash. I'm curious if that'll happen. I don't think it will, but that would be extremely cool. If so, because then you could just see red energy swords running at you, and every single time you fire, then you can only see the zombies, you know? Like, that would be really, really creepy. Or when, like, a red light is flashing above you, right? Like an alarm system or something is, like, going off. Or if you just have subtle lights at the base of, like, a hallway going down, some are flickering and whatnot. That could be really cool, where they're only illuminating the floor and majority of the hallway is very dark, like just so you could barely see where you're going. That's the type of stuff that I want to see in infection maps. You know, that's just going to be so cool. Let's see, the muzzle flash effects do have cheap lights. I think oh, it's very small. Well, that sucks. I would hope there would be a way to kind of work around that so that you could actually get them to light up the whole space. I don't think that's going to be possible, but it'd be cool.
And then Covenant Plasma Fire.
Exactly. So just lots of flexibility there, and some of these effects have multiple
Yeah, this is sweet.
emitters in them, and you can change.
Go up and start turning this stuff on. We have two, but skylighting.
This is
This would be like an exterior ambient color that you'll have in your map. So
This is
if you turn it
awesome.
on, now you can see throughout the entire world you're getting this ambient hue, which is awesome to see. But the only issue with sky probes, not really an issue, but it needs to see the sky in order to work. So if you were to make a cave system and you had skylight in there and enough probes, you're not really going to see skylight influence. Only the light bounce. And that's just because you're not seeing the sky. Really quick and simple. And then we
makes sense.
have early on to show us
Up to
or not.
I do. This is huge too, because one of the biggest issues in terms of, well, in regards to Halo 5 was lighting, right? You'd have to be really careful about where you place lights and whatnot, or else it would create frame rate issues and whatnot. So if you can actually see where the most amount of intensity is in regards to lights, like this, you'll be a happy camper knowing that, because in Halo 5 it was a pain.
So really helpful to have.
And then I think the last
Tyler
thing
seems
we
like a
touched
good
on
guy.
This map was reflection volumes.
Election volumes, yes.
Might be able to script something in Forge for that. If you have any idea how to do that, just hit me up. Let me know.
Mentioned this a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the default
You
heat
alluded
map.
to it, yeah.
But there's also
Roadkill, we're
one
just
that hasn't really
hanging out,
been
watching some of the prior videos from
indirect lighting. So
the
let's
Forge
break up
team.
for indirect lighting. And you may have known ball edge right here. We can see it's picking up the sky, but overall it's pretty much black. Make sure
Takes a
you
picture and then reflects it.
metal.
Flight.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be
if we
cool.
wanna take a look at like some things that work with lighting.
Wait, who made this map? I want to know who made this
Got
map.
more air. We can absolutely start flying around and,
you wanna drive?
and take a
Yeah.
look. Yeah,
I'll
Tyler,
go
if you
ahead
want
and
to drive
this
there.
right now.
It is like a
we've
thermal
got,
camera, essentially. Yeah.
We're in the shadows here in a very dark map, and we've got a warthog, a truck. What are we looking at?
So, Nitro and Mythical Brits have been working on this map. They want
Nitro.
a dark map, which I think is awesome to see, and I think they're doing a really cool job. It's still a work in progress they're working on, but why don't we just take a look at like some things they've been working on fighting? We're
Yeah.
getting flickering lights. We're in a cave section. They're getting a little campfire over here as well. The nice
Yeah.
effects and the orange lighting. Like this is really cool. I love how it's coming out. And then if you start looking up in these trees, you'll start to see they're getting a little
Every single tree.
bit of this moonshine
It-
and like rays coming.
Just
through.
scaled up
And
logs.
These rays are coming from light cones. Light cones are also making an appearance from H5 again, which gives you a really cool depth to your atmosphere. and just helps so much. We use it all over the place in MP and campaign. And another really thing they added was adding in like the moon. The moon's really cool and very creative how they did it. They just made a primitive spear, made it white, and then used the grunge, kind of like showing off what they were.
Oh, so that's how they did the moon. That's super cool, man. That's really creative.
We said we were going to talk about this later, and here we are. So we got a bunch of cool stuff. I don't know what.
Anyways, yeah, listen, I'm super excited for Forge. We only got a couple weeks. I'm going to be going to Worlds in Seattle. I leave Friday, and that's going to be Friday the 21st. I leave at like 6 o'clock in the morning over here in Florida, and then I'm going to arrive in Seattle at 10:30. So you definitely want to tune into that. I don't know what they're necessarily going to be streaming, but definitely tune into that. And yeah, I think they're just going to showcase a lot of really interesting stuff, man, in terms of like HCS. Like, it's going to be awesome. You're going to get a bunch of cool drops. I'm not going to be able to get them because, well, I don't know. It's hard when you're at an event to kind of just be on your phone the entire time. I'm not really that, what would you say, enticed by the weapon coatings and all that stuff. I personally don't care that much. But you should definitely watch and stay tuned and check it out. It's cool rewards. But if anyone's going to be there, I'm more than happy to meet up with you. Hofstad, I would love to meet up with you, man. I think that'd be really cool. Hit me up on Twitter if you can, or I'll just message you or whoever gets to it first, and we'll set something up. I get in at 10:30 in Seattle, so I'm going to try to get to the event before 1 o'clock. Probably around like 12 I'll be there, hopefully. But then I'll be there the whole day, and then we'll have fun, and we'll go out, and it's going to be a blast. But thank you, Hayden. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I'm really, really excited, and I'm just, yeah, I think it's going to be a trip worth remembering for a very long time. All right, well, I'll message you somewhere. I don't know, but DM me somehow, whether it be on Discord or something. We'll figure it out. Or maybe I'll message you on not on Hofsta. I'm just seeing your name on ArtStation. That's what I can do. I would love to chill with some of the team, man. I think that'd be really cool. That'd be fun to chat with you guys. That'd be cool. But all right, sounds good, guys. This was it. I'm very happy that they put together this whole, Forge Fundamental showcase. It was like 4 videos, right? Yeah, they did a great job with it. And yeah, I'm stoked, dude. I'm just ready to start building stuff and get it in people's hands. And once again, for all of you guys that are in here, go to my my description and join the Discord. I think we're at like 400 or 5. I think we're at like 400 users right now. So if we can get to 500, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. And then we have this video tomorrow. Let's get to like 500 or 600. We're gonna break 1,000 right when Forge launches. I already know that, but this is gonna be really, really cool. Halo Infinite Winter Update Overview. Dude, I can't wait to just rock these armors, man. Finally. So excited for Halo Infinite to be released. It's what it feels like, man. But regardless, I'm not complaining. I'm stoked. Who's gonna win Worlds? I'm gonna go for Optic. I think Optic's gonna win Worlds, if I'm gonna be honest. That's who I'm going for. Alrighty, guys, I will see you guys on the next stream. Thank you so much. Be sure to tune into this. I'll definitely be there. I'm just gonna put in here. So excited. And then I'll be back in the morning to watch this in 14 hours. All right. I'll see you guys then. Much love. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.